give up your dreams to stay married? That's the question of the day today. My husband and I have been married for 10 years, together almost 15. I was born and raised a city girl. He is a country boy at heart. We live in suburbia currently, but I have a dream to move to New York City. I know that he has A, no desire to move to New York City, and B, he has a local company here, so it's not feasible. Our children we're empty nesters. So I could potentially move to New York City. I don't want to move there permanently. I want to move there, I told him, for 3 months, just to see. I think it would be fun. I think it would be great for my career. I think it would be just an experience that I am craving and dying to have. And it is very rare that my husband is a hard no on anything, but he looked at me and told me, absolutely not. That's a waste of money. And no, absolutely not. Which was a little surprising to me because, like I said, he doesn't tell me no very often. And then it just got me to thinking, it is a dream of mine to do this. So if I decide not to go, does that mean that I'm giving up my dreams for my husband? What would you do in this situation? For reference, I am almost 43. He is 58. Yeah, we're 15 years apart. Again, we live in suburbia now. And yeah, what would you do?
See, all this is just that feminist BS talk because, ma'am, you literally have practically everything at your disposal. And then you say that your kids are already out of the household. It's ma'am, why do you need to go to New York? Who cares about your career? You're old. You are an older lady with an older man. And you just sat here and said that being that he has a company down here, he has a small company down here, is really going to be a no-go. So you essentially just ended your own argument. Right, so why are you on TikTok crying and complaining? If what you have right now isn't good enough, then clearly the man isn't the problem. It's you. Right, it's you. See, the funny thing about it is that this woman she just came up with her own dream out of nowhere. Right now, all of a sudden, she came up with this dream. Oh, I'm just been itching to go down here to go live. No, you don't need to live down there for no 3 months. You're wasting the man's money because 10 times out of 10, he's going to be the one to fund this lifestyle. Understanding that he's probably going to have to be the one to drive everything down there. He's going to have to be the one to coordinate, spend the money, all of this money. And you're going to have some people try to play dumb and make it seem as if, well, what's the issue? The issue is that he's going to have to pay for all of this stuff. And it's all of this money that I'm spending just for you to just gain an experience to live in damn New York for 3 months when you could just sit here and just visit New York for a couple of weeks. We're gonna spend all of this money when I could be sitting over here putting all that money into my business that's keeping us afloat, that's keeping us alive. But yeah, you want me to sit here and waste my time? Come on, bro. And some women are gonna have an issue with that. And it's get over yourself. The fact that this man is giving you everything that you need, you're living in a comfortable situation, but yet that still ain't good enough? Ridiculous. But it's just so funny that now all of a sudden, this has been my goal. Man, it has not been your goal, right? You just coming up with some stuff just like every other feminist. I want to have my career goal, this, that, and the third. And it's man, look, the man already gave you the life that you really need. Right now, of course, if you want to go out and have hobbies and go out and, hey, babe, I want to go ahead and go to New York for a couple of weeks, that's one thing. But to live there for 3 months just so you can gain an experience when you can get that same experience in 2 weeks tops, come on, bro. Just gotta ask her, what more do you need to accomplish? What more do you need to accomplish? And if it's going to be quote unquote, because she says that it's going to help her career, but she don't even explain how it helps her career, right? But I'm pretty sure she'll make up some stuff like most of your women do today, right? But you talking about trying to accomplish something, you can't accomplish it at your own home. That's what you might need to do, ma'am. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Would you give up your dreams to stay married?
I'd be interested to know when that dream came about. If she had that dream prior to getting married, I think that was a discussion that they should have had. But she, in this situation, is talking about giving up her marriage of however long for 3 months. And that's kind of crazy. So in this instance, I think she might have to give that up. It's about the compromise of it. You can't have everything that you want. You can't just, once you've merged your life with somebody else, it's not always going to go your way.
Anybody else? Because I'm also wondering, because didn't she say he said it will be a waste of money?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if she like dug deeper into that. Because to me, if somebody says it's a waste of money, not to say that they don't have it, but there is a chance that it's like, we don't have it to be using in this way. Like, it doesn't make enough sense. Not that they can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering, is this a no, never, or no, not now? Like right now, where we are in our stage of life, this does not make sense.
I don't know that he would ever feel any differently. I mean, she'd be paying rent in another place. So you're paying rent in one place, a mortgage or rent in another place, and I'm pretty sure that that's how he's thinking about it. Now you have twice the internet, twice the light bills, twice the water bills, twice,
Well,
all
some
of
people
that.
have different house, like they have multiple residences, but I'm sure that they have planned to have that. So that's why I'm wondering if she were to go back at him like, okay, well, so how could this happen? Is this, I got to go figure out how to supplement so that doing this doesn't take away from what we currently are doing, or you just don't want me to be there, or, I don't know.
I mean, I
But
think that would be a good conversation for them to have, but she also said he rarely says no. So there must be a valid reason for him saying no for this.
I would agree. I wonder if she pushed that, like, to find out what that was. So, what are you all's thoughts? Others? We can speak on the actual situation and then go broader. Like, in general, would you give up your dreams to stay married? Assuming it was known, assuming you really did have these plans, pre-marriage, and you feel like you're having to give it up for that marriage. Anybody care to share?
I just feel like some things should be talked about beforehand so it doesn't become an issue. I feel like maybe that lady is probably bored with her situation. She seems like she's in a pretty big age gap relationship. But if he says no, then that's like a big ask for some reason. I mean, for some people. And I feel like her doing a story time, she already knew the answer. Like, I don't understand why they do story time. I don't I don't get it. You got to make a compromise. So whatever is more important. But some of these women are willing to file divorce so they can go live their dreams these days. It it depends. I think this is where communication probably should have happened. And then if he said no, I wouldn't even keep considering it. I don't know why she got on the internet.
Maybe she's trying to find somebody to agree with her so she
I
feels
think so.
Pride in doing what she wants to do anyway.
Yes.
so.
There's gonna be some women that's gonna give her some advice.
I mean, I think even if she decides to stay, she's gonna eventually leave. Like when we had that one conversation about people getting married young, and I said I talked to people that regret it because they feel like they didn't get to experience life. And that's basically what's happening with her. She didn't get to experience stuff. She got married, had kids, did the mom thing, did the wife thing. Now she wants to do her. And sometimes that's just what happens. But I think if she decides to stay and put her dreams aside, she's going to eventually leave because she's going to resent him. And I agree with Molly. You definitely should talk about it because you could find somebody that will support your dreams and not have to marry somebody that doesn't.
Oh, you mean prior to getting married?
Mm-hmm. You would think that would be a big conversation.
Seem like she looking for validation.
Kimini, you got to go ahead and give it up regardless of the situation and regardless of what the man says, you got to give it up, right? If the man says you got to give it up, you got to give it up. Unless if you're in a situation where this man is just working a 9-to-5, is barely making ends meet, but yeah, you have this goal and this goal can truly make us money, then hey, yes, he needs to be behind you. But for the most part, your men are in a position, society is kind of down right now. But at the end of the day, when you have two heads heads come together and they both play in the roles, a man can easily take care of you. But your women, once again, once you have a comfortable, once you're in a comfortable space, your women don't like that. They hate consistency. Like literally, this woman has everything she needs to survive, but because she just can't sit in a house, because she just can't be bored for a little bit, because she just can't chill, right? Because she can't chill. What do most women do? Babe, I gotta be able to do this. Babe, I gotta be able to do that. And this is how your women start to become hypergamous, because like, here's the thing. If you're dealing with an average guy, he doesn't have the money to be able to just move to New York. Are you going to be able to live that experience? No. But this is why we compare women and children, because like men could easily just think of this. It's not going to work. That business decision is not going to work. No. But here the woman is want to cry and complain like a damn child and jump on the internet. And being that he's paying for most of this stuff, only his response matter. Once again, I mean, he has a small company where they already stay. And see, the funny thing about it is, quick story, my father, he has his own business. And I mean, he used to talk to me when I was young, right? And he was saying, man, listen, the reason I have to be at my business every single day and I just can't let somebody else run it is because if you allow somebody else to run your business because you think you're a big boss, you're the CEO, a lot of stuff goes under your nose, a lot of stuff goes unseen, and they will run your company into the ground. So he's telling me a story about one of his business friends, right, where he ended up, I think he ended up filing bankruptcy or something, I don't know, but his company failed because he, big dog, CEO, he's hiring these women to be his assistants, and he's just like, okay, man, listen, I'm gonna leave y'all to it and let y'all do your thing. And these people over here skimming money, these people aren't doing what they're supposed to do. They're over here, I think they were supposed to be like, I don't know, I think it was a daycare, and he was buying food, right? I guess like, you know, kids, you have to bring your own, sometimes you have to give the kids a lunch, right? So he's giving these kids lunches, right? So you have to order these lunches, you have to order snacks and all that stuff for, you know, throughout the week. Well, they sitting up here ordering, you're supposed to order what, I guess let's just say you're supposed to order 3 boxes of chips, right? They're ordering 4 boxes of chips so they can take 1 box home, right? That's going to cut into your budget. But see, because he's not there, he's not seeing this stuff, and he's putting all his trust into these people, and these people are running his business into the dirt. So this is why your men have to stay, right? This is why this guy's probably saying, no, I'm gonna just stay here. I don't want to keep driving back and forth from New York and wherever the hell I'm from, back and forth, wasting money and gas and all of this stuff just so you can have an experience. So yes, being that he has a business down there, yeah, it wouldn't be smart. It would not be smart to leave. Molly, her age does not matter. Like, I mean, once again, guys, at what point in time do we say it's a little childish? It's a little childish to be an adult and still say, well, I'm still bored. I need to be able to go out and go do this. I need to be able to go out and go do that. Like, I mean, like, at what point in time, or what age do you reach where it's just like, okay, it's okay to be bored. It's okay to just chill and relax. You would think about the late 20s, because you will have a lot of people saying, bro, what you doing going to parties? What you still doing going to clubs? Just stay at home. Well, this woman is in her 40s, so what is she being bored for? Once again, all they're doing is just proving that women are hard to please, or they just can't be pleased at all.
Like you said, Carrie, for the internet to say, oh, girl, forget him, pursue your dream. You know you want to do it. But the person that you need to be talking about this with is your husband. And if you feel strongly about it, talk to him about it again. Do I think it's a good idea? Not really. Because realistically, of what she said, you had all of this time to like make this decision prior to you saying I do. Or you had prior to this decision of getting married, you could have talked to your husband like, hey, this is how I want to move. Hey, this is what I like to do. So you trying to make a decision this far in, and you know you feeling by yourself, you feeling like, oh my God, this is what I really want. You got to consider his feelings too. And it's not just your money no more, it's y'all money. So maybe that's why he's saying like, hey, you know, realistically, this is not the way for a reason. So I don't know. I think it's kind of crazy. Maybe she having a midlife crisis.
Any of the men care to share their thoughts on this? And keep in mind, they're empty nesters, so the kids are, well, y'all know what empty nesters mean. I'll tell you that.
I heard Kim. Kim said no. Lex said no. What did Molly say?
She should do what her husband says.
So Molly says no. Miss Sanchez, what did you say?
I basically said no. I mean, but I feel like she's gonna leave eventually anyway because she's gonna regret him if she stay.
What did you say, Carrie?
I say have a conversation to understand the no, and if it's no now or no forever.
And then the guys haven't said nothing yet, right? I think he should let her. I don't see the problem. Once your kids grow, once y'all big, what's the reservation about? What could happen? What is the hold up? That's what I'm trying to
And
understand.
financially, it'll be a waste of money.
So
That's
let's
the reason
assume
she
that
gave.
financially it's not a big deal.
I
Maybe
think,
it's the location. New York. That's a bit sketchy. And you want to go by yourself?
but
I don't
she's
think
from. Remember, she's from there though.
she's from the city.
She's from. Well,
Yeah,
she's from
she's
the
a city
city.
girl.
She's a city, right?
Oh, she did say that part.
I think that
This
if money,
country.
I think if money is not an issue, then her going there for a little while, I don't see anything wrong with that. But that's why I said really understand what's the no for. And the whole money thing, is it because it would hurt us, like we can't afford for me to do this right now, or you just don't want me to go, like it's a no matter what?
See, I don't see anything
It
wrong
has
with
to
her
be.
going, but that's not the question. The question is, should she give up on that dream because he said no? And in this case, for 3 months, should you divorce your husband over 3 months? No.
Well, I'm speaking about it from the man's perspective. And I don't really understand what the big deal is.
Mhm.
I'm still trying to figure out what the reservation is.
Well, let me ask you this. From a man's perspective, what do you think his no was about?
I don't know.
I mean, I know you don't know. I'm just for kicks and giggles. Like, what do y'all think his no could have been about? Do you think it's
Usually when people
It's funny how you have everything you need and your only midlife crisis is that you're not able to experience New York for 3 months. People. And what happened is she's saying she thinks is going to be good for her career. Once again, you're an adult and you only think that is going to be good for your career with no reasonable reason as to why you think that, right? It's like, what do we, like, come on, bro, this is a child. But somehow, some way you having a midlife crisis when you have everything at your disposal, when you can go to New York if you want to, then you can't stay down there for 3 months, right? But you can be down there for a couple of weeks with your friends, with your family. You can get the experience. It'd be a different story if she came on here saying, well, here's the reason why, and blah, 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 blah. This is how it can help me explode. But she ain't even saying that. But here's one of the things that I kind of want to bring up because it kind of intertwines with what we got going on in society today. I want to bring up intersectionality, right? Kind of goes with classism, right? We already know about classism. Classism is, your different classes of people. You got high class, you got your high class, you got your middle class, you got your low class, right? So then you also have intersectionality, right? Where, the biggest thing about intersectionality is that it brings in everybody's opinions, your minorities. One of your big examples would be like your corporations, where I guess like 70s, 80s, where they had women in the workforce, but they felt that, hey, well, we're not being heard, or, they don't really care for, our opinions. Okay, right. So now we are pretty much, because you're seeing it today, same thing with DEI. That's the biggest issue with DEI. It follows behind intersectionality. When you look at a lot of people today, when you look at your women, when you look at some gays who are in these companies, a lot of times, let's just say if we have a group where we all break out, right? And your guys, everybody's picking people, but your women just might not happen to be picked. Gays might not happen to be picked. These gays and these women will simply say that, oh, well, we feel discriminated against, yada, yada, yada. So they're going to force a group to take them, right? They're going to force a group to take them. So let's just say you go ahead and bring them on, right? And, everybody's trading ideas. We already know 10 times out of 10, these women's and these gays' ideas are like a lot of times it's trash. It's trash. There's no reason why they even have inputs, but the inputs and their opinions are trash a lot of times. So it gets to the point where a lot of you people might not even want to take advice from them. They don't want to really take the input. They will still turn around and say, see, we still feel discriminated against. And it's just like, okay, well, it doesn't have anything to do with discrimination. You just come up with stupid ideas. So it's the same thing here in this situation where you have a woman who wants to bring her idea into the situation. Because this is a business move. This is a business decision, right? So you have, your wife saying, hey, well, babe, I want to go ahead and move to New York. I think that, this is good for my career, yada, 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 yada. Right now, once again, here is a businessman, because he literally owns his own business, telling you that, no, right? He never really says no. Well, he's telling you no now. And here's the reason why, right? You just sat here and say he has a bakery, right? I'm pretty sure that's one of his biggest reasons, right? So he has to constantly be there. And then he tells you no, because it doesn't make any sense. And she then turns around and cries and complain and jump on TikTok and make a story time about it. And once again, this is why I say, like, I see intersectionality written all over this, in the sense that, man, once again, you got somebody who's telling you that this does not work, and it would not work business wise. It would not even work. It would not make sense. We will run our business into the ground because we're putting all this money over here, yada, yada, yada. And she does not care. She feels some type of way about it, right? So much so that she's willing to put her whole marriage in jeopardy over it. And this is why we say a lot of women's input is not needed. It's not needed. Just shut up and listen and take the man's lead. Once again, all they are proving is that emotion matters more than logic. Do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Till the next one.